So we're sailing to some Cranberry Island.
It's just called Cranberry Islands, not some cranberry.
The cranberries?
That's not where they came from.
We're sailing to the Cranberry Island. It just sounds strange.
Alright, we're gonna have a little day sail. We've been at this anchorage for a while and we're picking up anchor and we're gonna just sail up and down the sound and enjoy like day sailing. So Amanda is picking up the anchor and there's all kinds of creatures, I guess, coming about. What kind of creatures have you seen? Look at that one. Nice. What else have you seen?
Look, see? I like these little...
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I think you know we've been anchored too long when there's like serious creatures growing on the chain. Oh, now I think we're up. Ew. Just sailed off the anchor. And it's really hard, I noticed, trying to sail the boat without a head sail. Like if you just have the mizzen and the main, it doesn't want to fall off the wind. It's like you need the sail area up at the bow. So what I have to do is pretty much control everything with the main, and then the mizzen, I just let it out and let it luff to get the boat to turn. So that's kind of interesting. But now we're actually turning. We're going somewhere. There's just a light breeze. And now I think we're gonna head north down Somme Sound while Amanda finishes cleaning up the anchor. You said there was a lot of mud on there?
Not a lot. But I got it mostly off.
All right.
Well, once we started sailing, it was a lot easier. We had momentum. Like, I keep it on the surface so that it has friction to start rolling over the anchor. But I actually used our stick and I started just tapping it and it started coming off.
Busting it out. Yeah. Oh, that looks good though.
There's so many creatures.
Oh, it smells too. Even a little fishing line right there.
Oh yeah, I had already picked one off before.
Wow.
My hands smell like fish.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to sailing. All right, tacking.
Sailing in the Somme Sound was a fun challenge. This small fjord funnels the wind perfectly, making it essential to tack or jibe the boat while traveling through it.
Okay, tacking.
Sailboats can't go directly into the wind, so sailors have to use this maneuver in order to make progress to their destination.
Doing 8 knots because the current. Okay, tacking.
On each tack, you aren't exactly pointed in the direction you want to go, and it takes you almost twice as long to get there. But eventually, all this zigzagging will get you there. It probably took us 10 to 15 tacks to get out of this particular fjord. Never mind the battle against the current at the entrance. And when we finally made it out of the sound, we encountered some extremely foggy conditions sailing to the Cranberry Islands.
Oh, wind's shifting out. We're behind this island.
Ah, there it is. Foggy. So we're sailing to some Cranberry Island.
It's just called Cranberry Islands, not some cranberry.
The cranberries?
That's not where they came from.
We're sailing to the Cranberry Island. It just sounds strange. I think there is actually 2 Cranberry Islands.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where we're going. Been tacking down the Somme Sound all morning. No, afternoon. And it's been a real fun time actually. The fog set in a lot more down here. But this is awesome. Enjoying the sail?
Yeah, really enjoy this. Just pure sailing, tacking up and down a channel, like tacking into the wind up a channel. It was really, really good. Good practice for us. And I'm proud of you, Panda, for doing it all by yourself.
It was a lot of fun. I got to captain the vessel again while we shot some good footage for our intro.
Single-handed.
Single-handed. I did it in the Bahamas. But I feel like this was a lot more challenging because I had to tack the boat back and forth, drive the boat back and forth depending on what I wanted to do, and there was some lovely lobster pots always to dodge too.
Yeah.
And boats. So yeah, it felt good to do it by myself.
Yeah.
It's accomplishing, and I feel a lot more comfortable when Darren's completely off the boat, whereas when he's on the boat, I don't think I have that same confidence at least. So it's a great break for me and a challenge for me to do it all by myself.
I'm gonna back up a little bit. Here we picked up a mooring. All right, we did it. Picked up a mooring. Whew, and it's cold. This fog makes it really cold.
Mooring is still a little new to us, but we eventually got it sorted out. It's great to give the old ground tackle a break once in a while, and we had a particular project in mind for the occasion. We would stay in this cozy, foggy spot for a few days to work on a couple projects and explore the town.
All right, well, today's project is doing dyneema lifelines. It's something we want to do for a while. Our current lifelines are like wire, stainless steel wire with a plastic coating, and the wire is just rusting, and it causes all kinds of like rust stains, and the rubber part is breaking. It's looking pretty bad. So the local marine store had a really good sale on dyneema line. So we have a ton of dyneema. We have some stainless steel thimbles, and I got some black paracord to do the final lashing. We're gonna replace all that lifelines with dyneema. So let's get to it. All right, step 1 is to put on jacket. It's getting a little chilly here. Step 2 is we're gonna take off the old lifeline. So I gotta remove these cotter pins and loosen this up quite a bit, enough that we can just get this toggle pin out. And I think we could just pull everything through this way. Or worst case, I can just cut it. Man, this stuff is so rusty in places. It's crazy. So this old line has these like plastic protectors, and I'm gonna save some of these to be used to protect the dyneema, probably around the shrouds here. All right, lifeline removed. That's the easy part. Now that we got the lifelines all out and I polished the stanchions and the holes are clean, everything's good there, we're gonna take our dyneema and we're gonna do a splice. So I'm gonna do a Brummel locking eye splice at one end, and then we will feed it through itself around the bow of the boat, and then feed the rest of the line all the way to the stern. Then at the stern's end, I'll do one of these, again with the Brummel locking eye splice, and then we'll lash it to the aft post rail. Let's get our splicing theme on. Let's go feed this through the lifeline now, and then we'll splice the other end and do our lashing. Perfectly good line, and I like mucked it all up. Oh, it's so close. Wait. Okay. So now I'm gonna take the end that we just spliced. Lifeline. This all the way through. So nice, simple. I don't even know what that's called, but that looks pretty sexy to me. Look at that.
On the end.
Now we're gonna make another splice with that thimble, and then I'm gonna do a lashing from the thimble to here, and then lash it really tight as we can. And go.
Now. Oh.
Okay, that's pretty good. All right, and just like that, we finished up the lashings, and the lifeline is complete. I just kept doing half hitches and then finally tied them together, burnt the ends. I think that'll hold for a while. And wow, it just looks amazing. It's really stiff, much stiffer than our old. Just looks so clean. And then we can throw away all this old rusty wire. This is like that 7x7 strand or something like that. And I don't know, it just doesn't hold up very long. I'm curious how old it is. I think it maybe could be original, but maybe not. Anyway, it's gone bye-bye. And that dyneema line, it's cool, that dyneema line, it looks like that's how it should be. Looks very factory, looks clean. I know it's strong and it's gonna last forever. So really happy we found a rigging place here that had dyneema on the cheap.
So today we are looking at our anchor chain locker and the connection that connects it to the boat. And we actually have some that has been stored in the stern of our boat, and we don't know why. It's the same exact chain as we have up front at the bow. We actually got connecting links, and we are going to see about connecting the two chains together. So then it will give us about, like, I think 85-90 meters of chain instead of our current 60. So Darren's up there right now checking it out.
We've seen it before, but I don't think we've seen it without any of the stuffs. So it has like a floor to it with drain holes, and then there's all just the sediment and stuff that collects on the top. All right, so we pulled out the part of the chain that was in the chain locker, and the last link had a stainless steel shackle on it, and of course tons of corrosion on this last link. So cutting the last link off, then we can do the link attachment to the 20 meters of chain that we have, or the 25 meter, and then feed it all back in. So here we're cutting it off. Even though it's pretty well corroded, there's still a lot of really good steel there. Amazing. So how the link connector works is you put the chain through, and then it has 4 rivets that you essentially pound with a hammer as hard as you can, and flatten them, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. and that's it. They say this is as strong. It's rated the same rate, strength as this. You can see it's a little bit bigger diameter actually. Nice, and it's galvanized, so this works with this chain. Might work through the gypsy. Yeah, it just fits in there. So I don't think that'll give us a problem.
Now we have a mark on our large cleat. Seems that whenever we do a project, we end up messing up with like some aspect of it. It's not terrible, we could probably buff it out, but like we got rust all over the deck. And now we have a mark on our cleat. It's a really nice cleat. Oh well, sometimes you're just not meant to have nice things. Rubbing it down. So through that process, I was stacking the chain in the locker here. There's all the locker chain in there. And I think we could still fit some more. Sweet deal. Yep, that's a wrap. Super exciting. More anchor opportunities. Let's do it.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are going into the town of Islesford. I don't know if that's how you say it, but we're in the Cranberry Isles. We're gonna go over there. Woo!
And yeah, we're gonna go walk around the islands, explore. A whole new place, isn't it?
Yeah. You want such a fool for you.
She's been singing nonstop Cranberries and playing Cranberries this morning because we're at Cranberry Isles.
You have to let it linger.
Yes, I do.
Do you have to? You have to let it
Okay,
linger.
here we go. Half backwards for speed and performance.
Although it was not the origins of the famous Irish rock band, the islands got their name from the wild cranberries that grow throughout the islands during the autumn season.
Yeah, I think we can park here. See why not?
Islesford is a picturesque harbor town on Little Cranberry Isle just southeast of Mount Desert Island, which can provide spectacular views of Acadia National Park, when the fog clears, of course. And the only way to get here is via boat, unless you're a good swimmer, of course.
The Mac.
Little Cranberry is the most populated Cranberry Isles, home to only 65 residents year-round that grows to roughly 200 over the summer. It also is the most popular island to visit due to its dockside restaurant, historical museum, and art galleries. Unfortunately, due to COVID, these were closed. However, we enjoyed walking around the island, admiring the quaint summer homes, and experiencing the slow-paced island life.
Lobster pots, lobster pots, lobster pots everywhere.
We were also completely astonished by the sheer amount of lobster pots stored in every nook and cranny around the island. A reminder of the impacts of COVID on the fishing industry. This is usually how they store them over the winter, but with less demand during the pandemic, we saw more unused pots.
Lobster pots, more of them. When on the sea, they're also on land.
The sound the water makes when it recedes from the rocks on the waves on the beach here. It's like one of those trancing musics that you listen to fall asleep.
It's really calming. Darren broke the camera.
I did. Oh, there's a little herd of family of baby ducks. It's like big boat is towing me, little baby duck. Your lazy sheet's in the water. Yeah, there we go. Panda needs help.
Fuck. Darren.
The next step is going to be to retake. Stuff is almost magical.
Where does it come from?
I think out of a unicorn's ass. Pretty sure. It's like a spider making a web, but a unicorn makes dyneema. Pretty good case of... Oh god, I can't film and do that at the same time.
I didn't bring a light. It's kind of creepy in there. Forgot about you. We can go deeper now.